we got the man here. Is he here? Sean Mcdonough, are you on the line right now?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh my God, you're live with us. We're so
I,
happy. What do you think?
oh
What
my
about
God.
today?
What's going on, Sean?
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Very good, sir.
Listen, guys, so good to be here. I just got in. What a day. Oh my God. I mean, just, obviously it was a little disconcerting this morning when she said, no lawyer can ever talk for 10 minutes. And this was supposed to be the day to have it. But I can't believe how much he did get out in just those 10, 12 minutes that she allowed him. It was absolutely incredible. I thought it was a great day for Karen, and it's amazing. We all hung in. This is what it was all about. We all hung in. We kept the faith. We stayed true to our convictions, and this is what we're leading up to. This is another great day in this whole saga that we're going through.
Hey, can you believe that Kevin hasn't given in yet?
Hey, come on. I mean, poor Kevin. I mean, he says I have a merch line. I don't have a merch line, but the person that I do pay for my shirts created a shirt. I don't know if you saw it on.
I did. I posted it. It was amazing.
It really is.
Tell us what that shirt said again.
It said, not a member of a special league team, just a former bartender. I just no, but it's things.
Hey,
like
at least
this.
you didn't call him an idiot and tell him to shut the F up.
Oh, I know. I mean, and he said last night, I'm backed into a corner. I'm not backed into any corner. I knew this was coming. I knew this day was coming. I just didn't know how good it was to hear that Brian Albert and Brian Higgins were talking to each other at 2:22. Then somehow Jen gets the epiphany to Google how long to die in the cold. They allow their phones to go. But how about this? The FBI comes back and says that the car, not John didn't hit the car, nor did the car hit John. That is explosive.
Yep.
Because guess what, guys? If it didn't happen, so that means there's no DNA can get in. The taillight was planted. The particles of taillight that's on his clothing. Let me tell you something. I said it on my little John Commode clipped it. Somebody's going to jail. And that's the bottom line. Somebody's going to jail.
100%.
Yep. It was amazing. And here's the other thing. And listen, I felt horrible today for the O'Keefe family. I saw that poor mother.
Yep.
She was brought to tears because I think the reality hit home.
Yep.
When they found out that the FBI proved. Yeah, listen, you're talking about the premier law enforcement agency. Listen, whatever happened on the 7th and 11th floor at the FBI building down in 2016 and before and after, that's it. But these guys at the FBI lab, these guys that are at Quantico, they're the ground troops. They say that 227 Google search happened. You can take that to the bank. And that poor mother, and I got to say, Paul saw it. You saw his face. But then contrast that with Karen's smile. She was beaming today. And let's face it, that's how it comes out.
Yeah, that's tough. I hope they find solace in finding out who really did it. I hope they come around and it's not their fault. I feel bad for the O'Keefe family. I would love to have a conversation on this show with them. I think that they're going to get a lot of love from this community if they just come out. I know they're having their doubts. You can see it.
Exactly. So the other thing that was important, so Michael Morrissey did have an ethical responsibility to notify the defense, no matter, listen, if the defense knew or did not know about the federal investigation, he did have an ethical responsibility to disclose that to Karen Reed, and he did not. And I don't know how Ted Daniels found out about those letters, but look what he did. He found out, and he took the veil off. He took the veil off, and that just showed that he, in fact, hid that from the defense, right? Whether they knew or didn't know. I'll tell you, everyone knew because paper was being held out, passed out in Canton like crazy with the subpoenas. But he still had an ethical responsibility under Brady to disclose that. And that's a Brady violation. That's going to be huge for Yannetti when he goes for the sanctions, when the supplement sanctions.
Now, do you think that Bev is going to dismiss this? What do you think? Or do you think
No,
that it will go to
no,
trial?
no. No. She will. The only way this gets dismissed if Lally just puts the white flag up tomorrow, and say I'm not going down on this. We got to dismiss it. I mean, Bev will never dismiss it. She wants her Judge Alito moment. She sees that for what it is.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. And the other thing, everyone was saying, "Oh my God, they won't be able to talk much about the TUI." Well, I'll tell you right now, Jackson quoted directly from the grand jury minutes. I mean, that's about as direct as you can get. I know they said they could talk in general terms. He quoted Michael Proctor, and Michael Proctor basically hid this whole relationship. And it was obvious. Cops hang with cops.
Mm-hmm.
He's a trooper in the neighborhood. He lives a mile away from Brian Albert's house that was on Fairview. There's that Ryan Scovier. He admitted that he himself and Mike Proctor were at pool parties at Brian Albert's house. I mean, that's the bottom line. But now we know. When he minimized it. He told a federal grand jury that he minimized his relationship with the Alberts.
It's amazing. You've been so vindicated on so much today, Sean. I hope you feel good about what you've been doing, because I can't thank you enough, man.
Oh, I mean, like I said, we're not done yet. We're not done. We still, and I'm also toying with the fact that honestly, I think Jackson and Eddie are saying, "Go ahead, take us to court.
Yep.
I dare you to bring us to court." That's what I believe it's happening.
I 100% agree with you on that,
right,
Sean. I think that's exactly what they want, because the evidence favors them.
Right, Maz, who's going to blink first? Because they're ready, right? They're ready. So there's another thing, too, that came out. Do you know the O'Keefe family did not leave until 45 minutes after this whole thing happened? I wonder if they had a private meeting with Lally and the other attorney there. I'm just wondering.
I wonder.
That's a long time, 45 minutes.
Or even the FBI. Maybe the FBI wanted to talk to them.
Maybe, yeah. I think maybe the FBI has already talked to them. I mean, I don't know, but I just felt bad for that family. That poor father. I mean, you can see he is in pain. They have to relive this again. Imagine what they felt like when they heard that the vehicle did not hit John. You know what that means? He got killed in that house. You can only walk away with one conclusion, that those people viciously attacked him and viciously murdered him. And I know that mother felt that pain today.
Yep.
And thank God, thank God Jen McCabe was sitting at her house down there at Old Coach Road, wherever the hell she lives, having her little party. Because I believe that mother, Peg, would have killed her today if she had her in her sights. That's how bad that mother felt.
And I want to transition on that, Sean, because that's a great point. The fact that they weren't there today. I was theorizing a little bit about that. I didn't really conclude anything yet, but I thought it was very notable that they weren't there. Not only on a day where Turtle Boy was not in attendance, which they knew in advance,
right?
But it should be noted that they were actually attending those hearings really before Turtle Boy was really starting to get involved, from what I recall. So, I said to myself, boy, they're not there today. What's going on?
Yeah.
Why aren't they in attendance when they've been there so diligently, at least as far back as Turtle Boy has been reporting on that?
Exactly. And I'm sure, listen, they had the defense motion. What did he say? It was 50 some odd pages. She said it was 50 odd pages. Well,
I think it was right around there. I think it was 50.
Yeah.
I think it was 50. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so obviously, how about this? Just another thing that came out. How about the fact that Nicole Albert, before she testified in the grand jury, had a telephonic conference that included all these people, including Lally. That's egregious. That is egregious. I mean, like he's providing some type of counsel to her. That is egregious. I'm telling you right now, he doesn't represent her. He is a state prosecutor prosecuting Karen Reed. He should not be counseling Nicole Albert. That was another bombshell today. Really was. Just to show. And I believe there's so much more. Listen, you give a guy like Jackson 10 minutes, he's going to cherry pick. He's going to say, I'm just going to dangle some low hanging fruit. I'm not giving you the big bombs today. There's more stuff out there.
Yeah.
So.
I
And
agree.
what do you call them? The assassins?
Oh, yeah. They had the silencers on today. They didn't come with the big guns. They got silenced. Let's face it, they did get silenced. That judge said, "I'll give you all day long," and anyways, I mean,
Yeah, and then
but
she gives them 10 minutes. I
that's
know it was
horrible.
ridiculous.
But
Oh,
did you
started
see?
right up. Yep.
Did you see? She favored Yannetti over Jackson. Yannetti had probably 20 minutes. He kept going, and he said, "I got 3 minutes left." She says, "Okay, you can finish." But she held poor Alan Jackson almost to the T, and you could see that she doesn't like Jackson or poor Liza. She doesn't. But
Yeah, because they're
anyway,
out of staters. She's kind of a
Yeah.
townie.
right.
It seems like she's a townie.
Yeah.
I thought they were both excellent today.
Oh, they were
Yannetti was
great.
on fire today. Like
Yeah.
Jackson's always amazing, but
Oh, yeah.
Yannetti today really brought it.
Oh, yeah. And I love how you think they're done when they give their first presentation. When they come back, they have always dropped a little more information.
Yep.
Every hearing, they've always left you with say, "Oh my God, here's another thing you can think about." Both of them did. It was great. It really was great. But Karen's demeanor, her poise, her confidence, her smile versus the other side, just it's priceless. It was priceless to see the difference. It really was.
They keep saying our side's falling apart. That's the kind of information that they're peddling from our opposing side of this whole thing. We're falling apart. Sean's
Yeah.
backed into a wall.
Yeah,
The free
I
Karen
know.
Rubin's dying. And then all of a sudden you look at today, we're with the
Boom.
McAlberts.
Yeah.
They weren't in court.
Yeah.
Why not? They've been
Yeah.
there all along. Why not
Right.
today?
Exactly. Like I said, we stand true to our convictions. Good will always trump evil, and that's the difference. They framed poor Karen, and they're paying the price. Who's really paying also is the family, but they're smarter than that. But they were. Someone took advantage of their grief. Someone said on the page today, I hate to say this, but someone definitely took advantage of that family's grief, and now we're seeing the pain.
In
They're
real
going to have to
time.
live this all over again. They're going to relive it all over again.
I want to thank you so much, Sean, for calling in tonight. I know
Thank you.
you've done a lot of shows. What's next for you? Where can people find you?
Also, tomorrow night, I'm going to have some comments about today, but I'm also going to have Jennifer O'Donnell on to talk about her campaign, and she'll be on first, and then I think Saturday I have a special. It's going to be off. It's going to be offline a little bit. It's going to be my first series in a person who's living corruption hell, and I'm going to be.
Oh, I think we just lost him. You still there, Sean?
I'm still here. I don't know that much. It sounded like his audio.
Yeah, his audio went out. Oh, we'll
Yeah.
let Sean go unless he decides he wants to come back and finish his sentence there. But
Sure.
I mean, the big thing, Erica Madden was looking for something to watch out tomorrow night. We just found it. Sean Mcdonough is doing his show tomorrow night with Jennifer O'Donnell, and he's going to speak more on this. I want to thank Sean for calling in. He's done so many shows. People are commenting on Sean. I mean, the guy, you got to give it to him. These shows are hard to do. I don't think people realize how tiring they are.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's just done one after another, after another, after another. So thank you so much, Sean Mcdonough.
Nice to meet him verbally. Talk to him a little bit here. He's a great guy, and I just love what he brings to the table. And for me, one of the things I've liked so much about him in this movement, since I've gotten to kind of follow him, and he's been a part of this movement for quite some time, is just his educational background. It just reaffirms what so many of us think, that maybe don't have that kind of experience like he does. So it's very well appreciated. And I always his show with Olivia too is great. Okay.
And he's got a new channel. People should know about. Check it out. It's amazing. If you want to find it, it's at SA, like special agent, SA Mcdonough, at SA Mcdonough on YouTube. You just put that in the search button, at SA Mcdonough. You'll find his new YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed. Last I checked, he already had 4,000 subscribers. I mean, the guy, it's probably going to take him another week to be larger than my show, which is pretty freaking amazing because we're growing too. Like, every day we're picking up new people, and Sean is just growing immensely, his channel. So check that out at SA Mcdonough. Check it out. I can't wait to watch him tomorrow night.
He always brings it. He's awesome. I love his fire, his passion, his reassurance. And like I said, when you have that much experience like Sean does, and you just know what you know about crime scenes and the law, you're not going to be fooled by nonsensical cover-ups like this. And people say it's a conspiracy theory, and I remember Turtle Boy saying way back, well, it's not a conspiracy, it's a cover-up. They covered something up. And I think it goes back to, and I agreed with Turtle Boy when he proposed this theory on his show several months back, where he said that this was not a premeditated attack. It was just something that just brewed on the spot. And